I saw this home mesh Wi-Fi system on sale at Lazada a few weeks ago. They were only selling the 3 node pack for more or less 5,200 pesos, and that's around 100 US dollars. That actually seemed like a pretty good deal to me, so I went ahead and got one for myself. So in this video, I'm going to do an unboxing, a quick overview, and a quick setup and some testing. Okay, so just an overview of the Deco S4. It's using the AC 1200 whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Coverage is up to 5,500 square feet. It has the Deco mesh technology. Units work together to form a unified network with a single network name. Devices automatically switch between decos as you move through your home for the fastest possible speed. So this is the seamless connection that I'm actually looking forward to test. And then it also has the fast dual band Wi-Fi. It has the uh, 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz. Okay, according to this, it can handle about 100 devices. I'm not sure if this is per node or it's for the whole 3 nodes. Then the usual setup, parental controls, and the easy setup specifications. Okay, so 5 gigahertz 2.4. 5 gigahertz run maximum of 867 megabits per second. 2.4 at 300 Mbps max. So it says here it's 3 pack is for 3 to 5 bedroom houses, and has an optional Ethernet backhaul to work together to link Deco units to provide seamless coverage. So this is what I'm going to be doing on my setup. Okay, its Wi-Fi has two antennas internal. Beamforming concentrates wireless signal strength towards clients to expand Wi-Fi range. Okay, it has a MU-MIO as well, simultaneous communication with multiple user with multiple MU-MIO clients. So this it has two working modes as well, the router mode and the access point mode. The access point mode is the one that I'm going to be using. Processor is a Qualcomm CPU. It has 2 gigabit Ethernet ports per Deco unit. It supports WAN and LAN auto sensing. It has a reset button, power 12 volts, 1.5 amps. Security, WPA personal, WPA2 personal, network security. It has an SPI firewall, access control, guest network, protocols, IPv4, IPv6, parental controls, URL filtering, time controls. Since I will be using this as an access point, I won't have most of these functions. But these are available on my main router, which is the TP-Link R36. Okay, so inside the box we have the 3 nodes. So let's put this aside for now. Also have the power adapter for each node. And we have one Ethernet cable. And we have the quick installation guide. Okay, so that's it for the box. Okay, so each node, design-wise, it's like a cylindrical design, white color, it's plastic. It has this design on top, and there's a LED light here, which indicates the status of the node. Then there's a Deco logo here and TP-Link logo.
And then on the bottom we have 4 feet, some sort of grill for, I think this is for heat dissipation. We have here the serial number and the stuff. And then we also have here the DC port and 2 Ethernet ports. These are gigabit Ethernet ports. So just a quick summary of what's in the box. We have the 3 nodes, 3 power adapters, 1 Ethernet cable, and a quick installation guide.
So before we proceed with the setup, I just want to give a quick info on how I will be setting up my Deco. So on the TP-Link's website, there is information about the 2 different setups. So we have the Ethernet backhaul and the Wi-Fi backhaul. The difference is the AP on the Ethernet backhaul, they're all connected through the Ethernet cable. So in my setup, all 3 will be connected directly to the router as compared to the diagram here, where in the one access point is connected to the router, then the second access point is connected to the first access point, and so on. Then the Wi-Fi backhaul, only the main access point will be connected, or only one access point will be connected to the router, and the other 2 access point will be connected via Wi-Fi. Comparing the 2, I believe the Ethernet is more reliable when it comes to getting a steady connection. So this is what I'll be doing for my setup.
Okay, so this is my current router. It's the TP-Link Archer A6. I have a video on this if you're interested. So this is actually in the living room. I'll be putting this one node here besides the router. So now I'm gonna plug in the power adapter. Next, I'm gonna plug in the Ethernet cable from one of the LAN ports of my current router to the Ethernet 1 port of my Deco. So after a few seconds, the indicator light on the Deco is now a pulsing blue color. To set up the Deco, we need to install the TP-Link Deco app. Since I'm on Android, I'll download this on the Google Play Store. So once you've downloaded the app, go ahead and open it. And then once you reach the app, it will ask you to accept the privacy policy and terms of use. Then it will ask you to log in with your TP-Link account. If you don't have one yet, go ahead and sign up. Whereas for me, I already have one, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. The app will now guide us through the setup. It's actually pretty straightforward. We just need to follow the instructions. So mine is the Deco S4, so I just need to look it up on the list. And some more instructions to follow. So I had some issues setting up the Wi-Fi network, and that was because my current router was using the same network, SSID. So in order to fix this, I had to disable the Wi-Fi on my current router. So once I did that, I was able to set up the first node successfully. So after setting up the first node, the app will ask you if you want to set up another. So in this case, I'm gonna skip this for now and do a speed test first. For reference, my internet speed is supposed to be 200 Mbps. And it seems that I'm getting the correct speed using this Deco mesh network. Now let's go ahead and set up the second node. This is the second node and it's located upstairs in one of the bedrooms. So basically the same procedure here. Plug in the power adapter and the Ethernet cable. I don't really think it matters which you plug in first, and to be honest, I didn't actually follow the instructions 100%, which is probably why I had another issue setting up the second node. So I started setting up this second node similar to how I set up the first node, but I ran into some issues. The second node is actually far from the first node, and when I was setting it up, it was not able to detect the first node. However, since I was connected to the Ethernet, I assumed that it should be able to detect it. Unfortunately, that was not the case, so I had to search the app for some option to be able to set it up without having it near the first node. And then I found out that there is an operation mode setting on the app, and I just changed that to access point, wait for it to reboot, and everything went fine after that. Now I'm gonna do a speed test while I'm connected to the second node upstairs. So I'm hoping to still get the speed of more or less 200 Mbps download and upload. So speed test results are great. I'm getting the speed that I'm supposed to be getting, even if I'm on upstairs. So that's good. Okay, for my first impression. So it took me about half an hour to set up two nodes, one in the living room, the other one on the bedroom upstairs. And I think that's because of my setup, which is not the usual setup, I guess. But after that, everything is working great. I'm getting the speed that my ISP is giving me on both the living room and the bedroom upstairs, which is something that I was not able to get before using only the TP-Link Archer A6. The issue I had with the Archer A6 is that I can only get my actual internet speed on the living room, but when I go upstairs, I only get about 20% of my actual internet speed. And that's mainly because the partitions on our house are made out of concrete, which I believe is not a good thing for Wi-Fi signals. And that is also the reason I went with Ethernet backhaul. So I think when using the Wi-Fi backhaul, I'm not gonna get the maximum speed of my internet as well. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.